Everybody, and welcome to another episode of Life with Zach. Today, I'm bringing you another review of my Cuisinart soft serve ice cream maker. Okay, this ice cream maker I've had for 6 months now. I did a review once I first got it, first tried it out after a couple times. But now 6 months, I thought it would be a good time to share kind of what I've learned about it and what I still like about it. All right. So, like I said, I've had this for 6 months. I make ice cream probably in it once or twice a month. I really like soft serve ice cream, and it's actually worked really fine for me. It's obviously not the same as you're going to get from an ice cream stand or something like that. It's just not that kind of machine, all right? But it does make really good ice cream, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy it much better than just having, random old tub of ice cream in the freezer that I'm going to get out and scoop out in the evening, all right? So what I've got in here right now is chocolate soft serve ice cream going, okay? Now the chocolate ice cream, mixing that up requires brown sugar, cocoa powder, vanilla, heavy cream, and milk. Almost all of it, the different flavors require some type of cream. So heavy cream, I think some of them even take like whipped cream and stuff like that. But those are pretty standard flavor ingredients, minus of course the chocolate. And basically what happens is I've already started this thing up, and there's a bowl in here. It's like a stainless steel metal bowl that has this like freezing agent, liquid freezing agent inside of like the double line bowl, all right? And what it is you basically have to take that and put it in the freezer to freeze it before you're going to make the ice cream. I think it has to go like at least 12 hours or something like that. I just leave mine in the freezer all the time because I'm not that big of a planner when it comes to making the ice cream. I just do it if I kind of have time and feel like it. So I just leave it in the freezer all the time, and that way it's ready to go. Basically, that comes out and sits down in here. This piece comes off. We'll see this here in a little bit. And attached to this piece is basically a shaft with two, like a big spinning like arm in there, basically like a double arm around a shaft that goes around very slowly up against the edge of this frozen bowl, and you pour the ice cream mix that you made in there, and that spins around very slowly and basically keeps churning the ice cream as it freezes to keep the right consistency for the soft serve, and mixing it up. And over time, because with that frozen bowl and that constant slow turning, you get soft serve ice cream out of that, all right? And it sounds complicated, but actually it is relatively simple. This works the same way as most other ice cream makers, except for this one is designed based on the ingredients you put in it, how long you run it, and the way that that spin thing works to make soft serve versus harder ice cream. Now included in this, over here on the side, is a topping dispenser, right? There's actually 3 of these over here. And you can see in the bottom here, well actually that one came off, so we'll pull the next one. Alright, so you can see this is a topping dispenser. The lid comes off. You can see in the bottom there's like this geared thing with some holes in it. Basically what you do is you put in here whatever you want, like let's say sprinkles or pieces of Oreo or whatever. And then when this is on here, and when you start to dispense the ice cream, it spins this gear at the bottom. And then you pull this little tab out, it opens up the holes, and the topping comes out the bottom, down a little chute here, to the same spot where you're coming out with the ice cream. So it kind of designed to mix it in like a, let's say a Dairy Queen Blizzard or a Chill or whatever your ice cream place calls it. That's the way it's designed to use. There are 3 of those on there. They work okay, but it's not, again, it's not Dairy Queen Blizzard quality, just kind of the way they mix in and stuff. And I'm not a huge topping fan with my soft serve. I like just the ice cream. So I don't use it that often, but it is there and it does work. And it tastes okay. Doesn't taste bad, but it's not my preferred thing just because of the way I like my ice cream. All right, down here then is a spot. There's basically, you see this hole to put cups or cones in. So like if you were having a party or something, you could put some cones there. This makes, I think it's like a quart of ice cream, something like that. I don't know. Which for me is about 3 or 4 big bowls of ice cream. So it could make probably 5 or 6 cones if you're conservative with how much you put in there. So that could work that way. Over here on the side, this plastic piece, this is the chute for where the toppings come down. And then here in the middle, this is the piece for that dispenses the actual ice cream. All right, so basically you'll pull this handle down, and we'll do this here in a minute. The ice cream comes out. This thing here is basically like a like a funnel type thing that opens up and lets the ice cream come out. To be honest, it doesn't dispense the way you see it looks at a ice cream place. Just kind of plops out a little bit at a time, and you'll see that. But you know, it works pretty good, and it tastes pretty good, and it tastes kind of like soft serve. All right. Now, and also down here, there's a drip tray to capture anything that comes out here. It is going to leak because, you know, once you start to dispense that ice cream, it isn't like a thing that just stops it and lets, you know, some more is going to drip out afterwards, and it's kind of slow and whatever. So you're going to want to use this. This machine runs for about, I don't know, at minimum 15 minutes. The length of time it takes to make the ice cream is really determined by what's in it. Okay, so like vanilla, you can start dispensing that at 15 minutes. All right, the chocolate, I would give that a minute or two more. As you have stuff with more things in it, like I've made coffee ice cream before, the longer it takes. Okay, so, and that's just because of how long it takes to like freeze and stuff like that, and the way it ends up. So just realize, you know, I think the instructions call for 15 minutes and then checking it, but just realize you are going to need a couple extra minutes. And even the vanilla, it doesn't hurt to run it for like an extra minute. The problem is it then starts to get too firm. Okay, so which I don't think would be an issue with it coming out, but I like my soft serve not milk, but also not real hard or anything like that. So depends on where you like it. You just have to kind of watch and keep an eye on it. This area here is open on top of the machine, so I can actually look down in here and see that the ice cream's looking pretty good right now. So we'll give it about 30 more seconds and then we'll dispense it out. But you know, so far I really liked this ice cream maker. It has made good ice cream. Again, not Dairy Queen quality or our local ice cream stand quality, but it's pretty good for what you're doing at home. And you know, some people have the more traditional ones. I would much rather have this to make soft serve than something else. It gives me the ability to have soft serve in the wintertime or just whenever I feel like it. Okay, and it actually cleans up pretty good. Basically, this piece breaks off. You'll see that in a minute. This piece comes out. This slide comes off. These all disassemble, as you can tell by the one that I pulled the piece off and it came out. I'll put that back together later. This comes off of here. Basically, everything comes apart. And the only thing is you can't put the metal bowl in the dishwasher. Okay, so I just hand wash everything, and it takes me 5 minutes maybe or something like that for it to get done. All right, so now that we've gotten through all that, I'm going to pull out my ice cream bowl. And then I'm going to reach over here and get out my bigger bowl that I'm going to use to put ice cream in to keep. Now, unlike some other, like the soft serve you get somewhere else, this soft serve will actually stay soft like soft serve in the freezer, okay? Which is really nice. I like that. So, again, this is run for maybe about 17 minutes now. Basically, push these tabs out and like lift it up. I want to check it a little bit. It looks good. Put it back on. You don't actually have to do that. Sometimes I do it to check it. And basically I'm going to push down on here and we're getting ice cream. Now this is actually runnier than it usually is. I don't know what it is. It looks inside there like it's good. This isn't the normal consistency that you have. Actually, usually it's much better than that, but this still looks like soft serve ice cream. So I'm going to stop it and we'll let it run for a minute or two more. You can see there what I got out, but again, you can see that it dripped there a little bit. But this works pretty well. This will taste good. We'll give it a try here just so you can see that it tastes good, and maybe we'll try it again in a second to see if it's hard enough. But again, it's all about checking constantly for that consistency. And this is really good. I put a little bit more chocolate in than what it called for. When I actually cheated and put in Hershey's instead of the cocoa powder that I called for, so maybe that's why it's a little bit runnier. This is really good. Alright, we'll give it one more shot. Still really runny. That's alright. Still tastes like good ice cream. So basically what I'm going to do now is take this and capture the rest of it in my spare bowl, and then eat my ice cream and then clean everything up. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If you want, check out the other one where I make the coffee ice cream after I first liked it. Like I said, I've had this for 6 months, used it a bunch of times, no problems with it. It works great. It makes delicious ice cream. Chief loves it. I love it. My wife loves it. Everybody that has tried it loves it. So, you know, if you're looking for something cool, something different to have, and you're just tired of the plain old ice cream that you get out of the freezer or that hard ice cream you make in a more traditional ice cream maker, this is a good option. It's not even that expensive. Just pick this up off Amazon, but I think Cuisinart soft serve ice cream maker is a good product, and I would definitely recommend it. So, hope you enjoy and hope you have a great day.